My Day, My Right. This year, children and youth across the world are taking over the news to remind leaders, communities, and families that a child's right to safety, protection, and survival is not optional. It is a priority. Here in Belize, one of the biggest ways we protect those rights is through disaster risk reduction and disaster risk management, especially as climate change makes storms stronger and emergencies more frequent. We spoke with Jenna Hoare, UNICEF representative for disaster risk reduction, who explained how children's right guides every step of UNICEF's work during emergencies.
Back in 2019, UNICEF had partnered with the government to develop a multi-sectorial toolkit that provides guidance to government entities, private sectors, and even civil societies who work directly with children or on behalf of children when disaster hits. And so this toolkit, what it does, it really provides practical actions that can be taken before, during, and after a disaster. So it factors things like what are the shelter checklists that need to be in place to ensure that there are safe spaces within these shelters. What are the types of programs that can be done after a disaster hits? They also factor in checklists for child protection needs and concerns post-disasters as well.
UNICEF also collaborates with the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency and National Emergency Management Organization to ensure Belize's system aligned with regional standards. National Emergency Coordinator Daniel Mendez shared that NEMO works directly with schools by conducting preparedness training with students and piloting a new school disaster leadership team model, which helps children understand procedures, practice readiness, and become more empowered participants in disaster planning.
NEMO does do a lot of public outreach, and one of our areas of outreach is working in schools and working with schools. So our job is to go in and to do training sessions with students. We also support different communities, and we're piloting a new initiative called the School Disaster Leadership Team, where we are trying to mirror the community emergency system at the school level. So what we're trying to do is to ensure that children receive the same information. Children are ready to respond if as necessary within their capacity, and also doing our best to empower children, because while we know that children are one of the most vulnerable sectors of society, we do recognize that children are not powerless.
For UNICEF, a core value is empowering children to move beyond victimhood and become champions of disaster readiness.
They are innovators. They can come up with new ways in how we can better detect when a hazard is approaching. The use of AI, GIS mapping, they are the persons who are at the forefront that can better able to support us. But what we need to do is to ensure that we build their capacity to do more.
Integrating children and youth into planning ensures that Belize fulfills its commitment under the Convention of the Rights of the Child and Belize's constitutional duty to protect vulnerable groups. Belize has system in place, but system only works when people know their rights, when young people step up, and when leaders continue to invest in resilience. As a young Belizean, as a NEMO Youth Ambassador, and as part of UNICEF World Children's Day Takeover, I stand with every child who wants a safer future. Because climate change is real, disasters are real, but so is our power to prepare. Reporting for News 5, I am Beyoncé Villafranco.